Erik Jones' NASCAR career all started with his family looking at a flyer where he could take place in his first go-kart racing happening early in his grade school years.
I was 7 years old, and my family wasn't involved in racing in any way. But we actually ended up seeing an advertisement basically for quarter midget racing, which is go-karts and racing for kids. And Mom and Dad asked me if it would be something that I thought I would like to do, and I said, well, of course, I'd love to give it a try. So we went out and got ourselves a quarter midget and went racing, and from there I fell in love with it, and my parents fell in love with it as well, and we just wanted to keep doing it. And you know, as time goes, we kept advancing, and it just all kind of happened to fall into place.
He quickly won a bunch of races in go-karts and moved to full-size cars by age 13. That's where he raced against one of the legends of the sport in Kyle Busch. Jones explains what happened.
Well, it was 2012. I was racing down to the Snowball Derby, a big late model race in Florida, and ended up racing against Kyle and ended up beating Kyle that day. And he gave me an opportunity in his truck in 2013 for 5 races, and we ended up winning one of those. And everything started kind of falling into place after that. I didn't really have an opportunity up until that point in NASCAR for sure. And Kyle was the first guy to come to me and give me a shot at that level in his truck, and it all kind of worked out from there.
Talk about 1 in a million. Erik starts racing from a flyer that his parents discovered and is now racing for the best all-around driver in NASCAR today. That's like hitting the Powerball in back-to-back weeks.
I did. Actually, he beat me by passing me on the inside, I think. You know, he was just really, really good there. I was really impressed with Erik Jones. He reminded me of myself here years ago when I was so good about being able to just bide my time and be patient and run the bottom all night long, and he did that, and I was really, really impressed and was hoping it wasn't going to bite me, you know, because my car wasn't quite good enough to run down on the bottom. I was a little too tight down there, but Erik really had it rolling, so really proud of him and what his guys were able to do. Excited for him next year to be joining us at the mothership.
Jones tore up ARCA and the Xfinity Series, winning 9 times, 7 times more in the Camping World Truck Series, and became Rookie of the Year. In Jones' first full year racing for Furniture Row, he became NASCAR's Rookie of the Year in 2017 before moving to the Joe Gibbs Racing Team in 2018. Jones crew chief Chris Gale said the sky is the limit for Jones.
That Erik has the talent level to do it. I think that everybody runs into the first time in Cup as a rookie and a sophomore when they're kind of figuring things out, and they learn that there's 15 other guys who have all been in the same boat they've been in and have more experience but have talent and have gotten there that's kind of along the same lines or from talent from different series. I definitely think that Erik has the talent to be a champion in this sport. There's no doubt.
Erik's father, David, became terminally ill as Jones' NASCAR dream became a reality and passed. Jones' mother, Carol, decided to fund a scholarship in her husband's honor, which funds a scholarship yearly for an above-average student who has a passion for flying.
After Father David passed, we decided that maybe we could work with the younger people in the Flint area and try to grow general aviation. We, at the Greater Flint Pilots Association, the board of directors, decided to form another organization called Michigan Takes Flight, the purpose of which would be to attract young people into general aviation. So by virtue of the fact that we have a membership fee to join the club, we decided to exercise this scholarship program by awarding an amount equal to the membership to join the club to learn to fly. And that amount of money was what Carol Jones decided that she was going to donate to fund the first scholarship. And it's called the David S. Jones Memorial Scholarship Fund.
Jones has not won yet in the Monster Energy Drink NASCAR Series, and he explains the difference between racing on Saturday versus Sunday.
Well, it's a big change. You know, you go from 5 guys who are really capable of winning races on a weekly basis at the Xfinity level, and in the Cup Series it's 15. And not only are they all capable of winning, they've been doing it for a long time. They've been in the Cup Series for 10 plus years, so to try to kind of keep up with those guys and learn what they have in a short amount of time is a challenge. But it's been fun. I mean, it's great to race against guys that I looked up to as a driver since I was a young kid, and now to be racing against them side by side is it's a dream come true. But definitely a lot to learn from them and a lot to catch up on.
For Detroit Sports Media, this is Roy J. Akers reporting.